Hey guys, what's going on? Doing a little live post game show here after a very close loss again for the Bengals. Uh, my opinion, obviously, if they have Joe Burrow, we're winning this game. But all the naysayers in this article about from Sports Illustrated saying that this team isn't going to play for Joe or for Zach Taylor, and there's lots of infighting and all that stuff. I think that effort right there um, proves that this team is together. No matter what you guys feel about Zach Taylor or how you feel about what's going on, I think this team is together. They fought their asses off. Brandon Allen, his first start in God knows how long, he held onto the ball way too many times, way too long. That's the biggest difference in the offense. That I can tell. Obviously quarterback play, but he would get Burrow 3-step drop, ball is gone. Allen sits there, wait. So it's interesting. Let's see here. We got some stuff going on. Let's see here. Brandon Wilson should take some punts back. Yeah, Brandon Wilson had that's a great way to get the game started. That is the longest play yardage wise in Bengals history now. I think it's 103-yard kickoff return. That was longer than Eric Bieniemy's kickoff return back in the 90s. So that was a very good way. And Erickson, dude, one tackle and he's gone. They got him at his legs and he's gone. It's so close. But to me, that's where I think they're playing for Zach. I think Armadillo needs to go. You see the Giants. The Giants got rid of their offensive line coach and got a new one, and their offensive line played pretty good today. We couldn't get any pressure on them at all. What we did is when we set the house and blitzed them, but at least we did that, and it helped. So, yeah, cardiac cacks. Yep, exactly. All right, Keith, what you got here? Does it matter that we almost won? Our defense sucks. Burrow doesn't play defense. Well, it matters as far as moving forward and as far as the team being together. So, yes, it matters big time because if this team quit on Zach Taylor, then, yeah, we definitely got to get a new coach. We got to start all over. So, yes, it does matter that they did not quit, and it does matter that they are together. So, that I don't agree with you on that. But it's just this is something we're going to talk about on Monday's show. Colin Cowhead, who I can't stand, but I actually kind of agree with him because I've been saying that me and Jeremy have been saying this on the show that we want to trade the number 3 pick if that's what we get, which looks like we're going to get it, and get multiple draft picks. But if it works out the way Cowhead said, which there's a very good chance, it's kind of a long shot, but it's a good chance we get Sewell Peanut, whatever his name is. I can't say his daggone name. The kid from Oregon. We get him, number 3, and then we get the great guard from Ohio State, which, again, I need Jeremy to jump on. He knows the guard's name. I can't remember his name either for some reason. We get him in the second round. Our offensive line, I think, is fixed. If you get, you put Sewell at left, you put Jonah Williams at right, the other guy at guard, you got Spain at the other guard, you got Hopkins at center. I think that fixes our offensive line. So, all right, hold on. I got to invite my boys in here. Hang on. Try to figure out how to do it, guys. What happened? Add to stream. Hold on. There's Jeremy. Hang on. Let me get Mike in here.
Come on, Mike.
Add to stream. There you go.
I apologize if the dogs start barking. I'm just going to have to mute a lot of times. So.
No, whoa, Mike. Okay. I have no clue what you're saying, dude. Your connection is terrible.
You good?
You sound like a robot. Click off and get back on again, dude. You can't hear you.
Okay.
So, Jeremy, what's your thoughts? I don't know if you heard anything about what I said.
I just got on, turned the computer on. No, what was you getting at?
Well, basically, I'm just saying that I think the big article that we came out this week about Sports Illustrated, how this team is not together and not, there's infighting and all this stuff going on from anonymous sources. I think this game right here proved that they're together. I mean, regardless of how anybody feels about Zach Taylor, regardless of how they feel about what they should have done to protect Joe Burrow, regardless of all that stuff, they are together. And that's good moving forward. And that goes with what you posted on Bengals Nation about Calhead, who we both don't really agree with most of the time, but we like what he had to say about drafting Sewell Pino, or I can't keep messing his name up. And then who's the kid? Wayne Davis from Ohio State.
Wyatt Davis from Ohio State.
Sorry, Wyatt Davis, yeah. If
He's
you
a
get
beast.
those two in your first and second round, our offensive line is fixed. And then Joe Burrow hopefully comes back at the beginning of next year. I mean, to me, it's good that they're together. The meaning that I don't think we have to fire the coach. I think we need a new D coordinator. I think we need a new offensive line coach because the Giants, like I said, they replaced their offensive line coach, and look how good their offensive line played today.
Yeah, I think the players were definitely playing for each other for sure. Maybe they were playing for Zach Taylor. I don't know. But I did see him out there playing hard, whether it was for Taylor or it was for the man next to you.
Mm-hmm, right.
But you could see the talent out there. I put it up on the chat a couple times. You could see that we were I don't know if you mentioned this, but if Burrow was in there,
oh yeah,
like we were talking about,
yeah,
this game, last game, this game, right now we'd have 4 wins.
Right. The biggest difference I saw as far as the offense, I mean, I know we got Allen. I mean, obviously he's the biggest difference, but watching him hold on to the ball. Burrow with 3-step drop, bam, ball's gone. And they wouldn't have time. And how many times did Allen throw it in the triple coverage?
In the middle of the field.
Right. He's lucky he didn't get it picked off more than he did. What's up, Mikey?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, we get Sewell and Wayne's Davis. Yeah, that's who I'm hoping. I hate giving credit to him, but Calhead is the one that said it. So, well, I mean, because like you said, we get the third pick in every round. So we'll have third pick in the first round. We'll have third pick in the second round. With Davis, he's a great guard. He might be there, he might not be, but there is other guys, if he's not there, that we could draft in the second round who could be just as good as he would be too. So there's other potential linemen that we can get out there to I think fix the offensive line pretty quickly.
Yeah, I don't know what you and Mike think, but I was thinking the whole game, I'm thinking we could win this game. You know what I mean? And then what? But I said, you know what? There's a number one tackle out there. He didn't play this year due to COVID concerns, that kind of deal. So,
right.
But I was thinking in my head, you know what? There's always a guy that's just as good, or, if we did get the fourth pick, or if we did start winning some games.
Right. We got a statement here from the Natural. 4 wins in 2 years shouldn't be enough for Taylor to keep his job. Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with that. I mean, I really, I can't argue with that at all, to be honest. The only thing I'll say is you can say they're excuses, but they're the facts. The Bengals were in dire straits last year. We really didn't. We were very far from being any kind of a good team. This year, we've been in every freaking game, and if Joe Burrow doesn't get injured, who knows how many games we're going? Because I thought we were about to go on a winning streak. I thought we could win this game. I think if we had Joe Burrow, we could have won. So I agree with the Natural. Yes, if we don't win any more games, I think Zach Taylor has a chance of being fired. But my point is, this team is together, regardless if Zach's the coach next year or not. That's just a good thing. I think moving forward in general, I'll put it that way.
Yeah, they're playing together.
Yeah. What do you got?
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I know someone said in Bengals Nation that quarterback was trash. This is his first game ever playing. He doesn't really know the system that well. And I agree. He does hold on to the ball a little bit too long, but you got to give a quarterback a chance. He almost, if he would have held on to the ball and threw it to T. Higgins, they would have got a first down and more and probably would have had a great chance to win the game. So you can't really say a quarterback's trash, when the game's still playing. Because what happens if we would have came back and won that game?
Right. I mean, it's his first start of the year, and yeah, I mean, he played
the
how
Bengals.
I thought
Yeah.
he'd play. I mean, he didn't play great, But here's a
And
Titus. Let's see here. Get Zach Taylor out of here. He is no more experience. Does Zach Taylor? The experiment should be over. Y'all can't tell me he needs another chance because you don't need another. He wants to get Zach out of here. Well, again, my question when everybody says that is,
Talk to me when you say that kind of stuff because these guys don't want to hear it.
well, my question is
playing.
who? I mean,
I'm playing.
I'm not defending Zach Taylor. I'm just saying I'm defending him as far as the article came out where they're saying that the team isn't together. That's what I'm defending. I'm not. Hell, they could fire him. I'm not saying they should or they shouldn't fire him. I'm just saying if they keep him, it's a good thing for moving forward. Because I mean, I don't know who you get. I mean, the only coach that I think would be a good one to get, and he'd be an assistant, the same as Zach was, would be Eric Bieniemy. I like him, but he's also an offense coordinator for the most talented offense in the league. So, again, it comes down to what I always say. Is it the players or it's the coach? In my opinion, it's mostly the players. If you don't have talented players, it makes you a better coach.
Well, see,
So
I think we have one of the most talented offenses in the league myself. I think if Bieniemy were to come here, there wouldn't need to be much done other than the offensive line. I mean, he does play for the best, like you said. He's got all these guys. He comes up with these great plays and all, and they're fast. But we don't have slackers on offense. I mean, other than our offensive line, bring back Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I mean, our offensive line is terrible. But I mean, you want to say look at the yardage that Joe Burrow was putting up. Look what the offense was doing. So that's where I'm like, I don't know, what else, what things different can Bieniemy do that Zach's not doing? Because our offense has been, honestly, other than today, killing it with Joe. He had a 4 300-yard games, a 400-yard game. I mean, and the last couple ones have been without Joe Mixon. So So like I said, I can keep arguing. I sound like I'm defending Zach. I'm not trying to. I just don't know if that's the quick fix. Everyone wants a quick fix, and I don't think there is a quick fix. I think you need to get the offensive line better. You got to get the defense better. I mean, again, we had a missing assignment. Luckily, they got a flag for holding there, but when Colt McCoy runs to the side and the guy's wide open for a first down, luckily, it's a holding call. That's, if you want to talk about coaching, that's coaching, and that's Lou Amarillo. I mean, there wasn't that many there was a couple holding calls, but not a ton. Allen didn't get crushed; he got hit a couple of times, but I don't know. I just see, and I know the offense didn't do anything, but again, until we got Brandon Allen there.
Well, and I don't know how you feel about it, Mike, but personally, myself, if we wake up in the morning and Lou is gone, I'm not going to be upset at all. I don't care if they promote the defensive line coach. I don't care if they promote Darren Simmons. Like I was saying, it's miserable. But I think you give Zach Taylor the rest of the year, guys. To all the people that are wanting him gone now.
I won't even be sad. I mean, if they wake up tomorrow and they say Zach Taylor's fired, I'm like, okay. I mean, that's fine. Like I said, I'm not saying that Zach needs to go, but I'm more of, I think he should stay. But if they fire him, they fire him. That's fine, But I think Armadillo, and I definitely think the offensive line coach should be fired just because the offensive line coach apparently said we're good and Bobby Hart is good, which actually I got to give it to Bobby Hart. He played pretty good today. So,
well,
I mean, I can't say this enough. Zach Taylor really hasn't had a full year in, to be honest with you guys.
A normal year.
Normal year, yeah.
Normal year, yeah.
Yeah. And when you have to keep switching coaches all the time, you're just going to hurt the franchise even more. Look what Cleveland's going through, or what they've gone through.
Well,
and
you can also look, they found themselves a coach too. You can look at it that way.
Just ask Detroit. They just fired their, I think,
Matt Patricia,
offensive coordinator or something, or yeah.
They fired a GM
head coach.
Head coach. They fired
head coach. So, you can't just fire a coach because they're having a losing season. You got to give a guy at least about 3 years, So, My thing is
Let's see.
keep Zach around this year and try to get him back next year. And if he doesn't do nothing next year, then get rid of him.
I mean, I'm like I said, I if they fire him tomorrow, I'm not gonna be heartbroken. I'm not gonna be out there pounding the desk saying we shouldn't have fired him because he's won 4 games, so you can't really. I can't defend that. I can defend stuff he's done that people say, and and what the article just happened. All right, the natural says Jim Hardball.
Hell no.
Yeah, no, he has his.
I love you, brother, but hell no.
No, his couple years in Michigan, I think have not worked out very well here. All right, let's see here. Get low. Joe Mixon, Joe Burrow, CJ Uzama out. Reader, Waynes, Gio, all out. I think Zach keeps his job for one more year. And that's yeah. It sounds like it's excuses. It kind of is, but these are facts. This is what's happened. We have gotten injured a ton. More, way more, I think, than most teams. I don't know.
I would like to put out there too. Okay, with all these guys hurt, like Jeremy just brought up the other day. Imagine when CJ, what's his name?
Uzama.
Yeah, when he comes back, Reader comes back. All these players that are hurt come back, even including Joe Burrow. Imagine what team we're going to have next year. We're going to be dominant, including the draft picks. So give Zach another year.
Long to fix that offensive line. That's the biggest thing. All right.
Exactly.
Both lines, I think.
Huh?
Both lines, I think.
Yeah.
I think the defense.
Yeah, because we got no pressure at all on Daniels at all. This whole
I've
game.
never seen anything like it. Even when we.
Well, the only one I saw get any kind of so much pressure was Lawson, but he do his job. He'd get him to step up, but nobody's there to hit him. All right, hold on a second. I'm gonna try to get to this one here. All right. Needed. I hate losing, but not even mad at this loss, boys. Tanking for Sewell seems to be the way to go, according to most Bengals fans. I don't like calling it tanking. I'm never going to root for them to lose, but yes. And as far as it looks like to me, I think this game locked up the third pick. Unless somebody just goes on a super nose dive and we take off, I think we pretty much got the third pick locked up now.
Yeah, I would think the same thing.
The natural. Let's be honest. Who wants to play for a coach or the Brown family? Well, I can name 7 free agents that came here and signed this year and wanted to play for them. So there's people who want to play for them.
And there's coaches that want to. I mean, Zimmer came here from the Cowboys when they were actually good.
Who?
Zimmer to be our
Zimmer,
defensive coordinator. So
let's see here. Dennis, I think you guys need to pump the brakes when the Bengals fix the offensive line. When Joe Burrow comes back, the Bengals offensive line is going to be awesome. Okay? I mean, they still got to add people, Dennis.
Yeah, we got to.
Yeah, you got to add people. So,
Yep.
Okay. Dennis is blowing it up here. Let's see here. But Mike Brown somehow can't get Mike Zimmer, whatever it takes, because I believe in Zimmer is that Taylor's pretty good. I don't believe in him. Well, Zimmer is still the head coach of Minnesota. And they won today. So unless they fire Zimmer, that's the only way we can get him, unless they want to trade for him. And I don't see the Bengals doing that. All right, one more here. Bengals fans, this is tough. Total swallow. But if you're a real Bengals sign, you're going to I don't know. Dennis, I don't know what you're trying to say. But anyway, I think it's just a good thing of how the team played today. That's my biggest thing, of how they played. And like I said, I don't know if he fires Zach Taylor or not. I'm not saying that's the answer. I'm more of the one that says keep him, because I always think we don't have enough talent to win. The Browns, they had talent to win last year. That's the difference. I think the Bengals, we need to add some more people and a lot more pieces. And that's when you can actually judge a coach. That's my whole thing on it. What do you guys think?
Well, personally, I think we have talent. I mean, most of it's on the bench, but even, guys like Willie J3, I mean, this is Bell's first year. I think this was a pretty good game for him. I hadn't been too happy with Bell.
Bell played pretty good today.
Yeah, and I think he's just going to learn the defense, get better.
I
We're
like
going to have
Alexander. He had a really good game today.
McKenzie. Yep.
Even Sims, the cornerback.
Yeah.
I mean,
I figured they'd pick on him more than they did, really.
Well, yeah, he's going to get put on island, but for that, I don't think he did awful. I mean, he didn't do great.
Right.
But he didn't do awful.
But you get Wayne's back, and then, you got Bates, and, we're going to have the talent, and then we're going to have the draft, we're going to have free agency, and after what we did last year in free agency, I don't see, Mike Brown they can say Mike Brown's cheap, whatever. Right. I still see us building this team around Joe Burrow next year.
Look what he added during the season. Look at the guys he added during the season. I mean, he spent money. Spain. He spent money on Finney. He spent money on, not Dane. Xavier.
Mike Daniels. He brought him in later too.
Yeah, but during the season, Xavier Williams.
Williams. Oh yeah,
they brought him in. So I mean, Mike Brown. Everybody keeps saying Mike Brown's cheap. Mike Brown's cheap. Mike Brown's cheap. Well, this past year, I haven't seen that. No. I've seen him spend the money. So
hopefully he keeps it up.
Right, exactly. Nathan, I agree with keeping Taylor for the rest of the year, but I don't want him back next season. We need to move on from Taylor and his entire coaching staff. All right. Again, who would you put on there? What coach would you? Everybody wants to hurry up, get rid of him. Who? Who? I mean, everyone wanted to hurry up, get rid of Marvin Lewis, and I wasn't ready to get rid of him until like last year. And I'm like, it's done, it's over. I think he should go then. But I'm just one. You can't get rid of coaches when you don't have the players. And I agree. We have players, but we don't have enough of them. All right. Again, I'll quote Cowhead. You just said all wide receivers we got. We got a running back. We have 2 running backs. We got tight end and Uzama. I think he's gonna be good. If we fix the offensive line, I think it really helps. We fix that. That's really the only thing that's got to be fixed on the offense is the line. That's it. Everything else is fine. The defense. Seriously, we got to get pressure, pass rush, 2 of them at least. Somebody coming up the middle, because I kept seeing a lot today. We'd actually, Herbert and Lawson would come around the sides. It didn't happen a ton, but when it did happen, he'd step up and nobody was there. Which kind of surprised me because Gino was in there a couple of times. I saw him get pushed to the side, and that's not good.
And on that touchdown run, I saw 6'7", 400-pound Marcus Hunt getting pushed back to the field goal post, and I'm sitting there going, what is no, this can't. I mean, we literally, like you said, we need a couple, either I say 3rd and 4th round best available pass rushers, or go after some in free agency next year, no matter what. Because people want to complain about our secondary, and trust me, I do too.
Yeah.
But with a good defensive line that's putting pressure on the quarterback, that secondary don't have to stay with the wide receiver for 5 damn minutes.
Right, exactly. All right, Nathan's back. He's got, he says, Bieniemy, who I agree with, PJ Fleck. He's a college coach in Minnesota. And Brian Dolball. I don't know who that is.
DeBall.
That's the one I don't know. I mean, Bieniemy's the one I would probably agree with.
Yeah.
PJ Fleck, he's a college coach in Minnesota. And honestly, college coaches, I know Pete Carroll has done good, but he's also an NFL coach before he went to college. Most time college coaches doesn't do as good. They don't do as good.
Right.
All right. Mike says our first 2 draft picks need to be offensive line. Exactly. That's what we're talking about at the beginning of the show. Get Sewell from Oregon. Hopefully get Wayne from Ohio State. That would be awesome.
Wyatt Davis. Yeah.
Wyatt Davis. Sorry, I get it right one of the times. I don't know why I can't remember his freaking name. All right.
I watch him every week for the last 2 years, 3 years.
I've been watching them. I was telling you the other day. I'm like, for some reason, everybody left Ohio State, and I forget their names now. And this year, it's hard to keep track of. Even my Bearcats, I'm having a hard time keeping track of who the guys are. Apple says we can't keep changing systems. Yeah, and that's one thing about. I mean, look at Darnelson, the quarterback for the Jets. I mean, he was supposed to be a can't miss prospect, and they changed coaches on him, and it ain't worked out at all.
I think Burrow, though, is way too strong-minded for that. I think if we brought in somebody else that was
Yeah.
a
I mean, like I
solid
said,
coach, he'd pick it up. I really do.
I'm more for keeping Zach, but I'm not going to cry a river if they get rid of him. I'll put it to you that way. All right, Dennis is back. Let's see here, Dennis. I think the business of the number one pick overall, the Bengals need to find someone who gives them more than they should, like a king's ransom. Well, they're not going to get the number one pick overall. That's not happening. The Jets haven't won a game yet, unless they won today. And you got the Jaguars. Those two are the first two picks. We're at 3. Yeah, we're pretty solid at 3. I don't think we're moving from 3.
I don't think we're going to get that king's ransom that we were
not
hoping
at 3.
for.
Not at 3. If you get,
no.
I agree with Dennis. If we get the number 1, number 2 pick, yes, we can get it, but not at 3. Because
now, I would like to bring this up just real quick about the Bengals coaching, as far as how people are wanting to get rid of Zach Taylor. Okay, let's put this in perspective. What happens, if Zach Taylor does get fired and somebody else picked up the enemy, or they had an interview and the interview didn't go well enough, then who are you going to get? Who's out there?
Right.
That's true too.
I mean, I don't know if there's a lot of guys out there that are better than what Zach, because Jerry, you brought it up in the show yesterday. Mike McCarthy, he was this great coach, and
I was about to say him again.
And he goes to Dallas, and now he sucks. So I just, it's not always the coach, people. It's not always the coach. Right. All right, let's see here.
And all this Urban Meyer talk, guys.
No. He better not come back just for his health reasons.
Exactly. For the third time after leaving, Florida, coming to Ohio State, leaving, coming, leaving, and then Bengals coming. We don't need Urban Meyer, guys. And I'm a Buckeye fan.
All right. The Natural can't afford to keep swinging and missing on players and coaches because the championship window is closing fast. I agree. And the thing is, though, our players that we've drafted the last few years, we've hit on almost all of them. I mean, Davis Gaither should have had an interception today. Wilson played, I think, great. T. Higgins had the last touchdown. I mean, I keep saying it over and over again. We're getting there. We're just the thing is, when I see the team that Zach took over and the team that Marvin took over. I'm not capable of saying this, but the team that Marvin took over was closer to winning than the team Zach took over. Because 1, they already had the offensive line. 2, they had Corey Dillon. 3, they had TJ Houshmandzadeh and Chad Johnson already there. Plus, they had Peter Warrick. They had all those players there already. He had to just fix the defense, basically. And we drafted Carson Palmer. There was a lot that went into having that 8-8 season. I know John Kitna was a quarterback that year, but there was a lot of good pieces there. The biggest thing was the offensive line, which we don't have right now. So,
yeah.
All right, let's see here. Team Seshi TV, what's up? You're new. Welcome to the show. Let's see. Imagine getting rid of Dunlap, one of your best pass rushers, and he's killing it for the Seahawks. Yeah, that's what happened. But again, Dunlap was not doing that for us. So, I mean, everybody keeps saying that, but I'm like, he wasn't doing that for us. I mean, I don't. What do you guys want to do? Keep him and a guy who's going to rip your locker room apart? And I don't know. I don't get that. I mean, I don't get that comment. I mean,
and Dunlap's killing it with the Seahawks. I mean, are we talking about the first game where he had a sack or 2, and then he almost had another one down near a goal line or something? I mean, what's he done this week? I don't know what he's done this week.
He's got 3 sacks, and he had I think 1 for us, or I think that was it. I mean, he's had more sacks, but he did not want to be here. They were not going to fire Zach Taylor for one player. If it was the whole damn team,
and he played like it. Yeah, and he played like he did. I mean, well, I don't want to say that, but it wasn't working here anymore for some reason.
He did not.
I love Dunlap.
And I love him, but he did not want to be here.
No.
All right, get low. DL, Hubbard, Reader, Daniels, Gino, Lawson. Yeah, all that. All those guys are hurt. All right. What if the Jets or Jaguars select? They're not going to. the Jets and Jaguars are going to get a quarterback.
If they do,
I mean, if they
do we
if
trade
they
back?
select him and they don't take, then we trade it. If they take Sewell, then we trade it. But I don't. Spot on, Mike. There you go. Crown likes your comment.
What is that a comment or is that just what is that? I mean,
he's complimenting you on your comment you said about Zach Taylor.
Oh, okay. I appreciate it, Crown. I was like, wait a minute.
He forgot what he said already.
I think Crown is a Zach Taylor fan.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just keep switching coaches like that. I mean, you're going to hurt the organization, and you're not only going to do that, you're going to screw everything up. So just keep it the way it is for right now, and see what he does next year.
Nathan's back. There are lots of guys out there. Robert Saylor from the 49ers, Brian Double from the Bills, Mike Zimmer. Mike Zimmer's still a head coach. Matt, whatever.
He's not out there.
Yeah. I mean, there are lots of guys, yes, that are the same thing that Zach Taylor was. He was an assistant coach, become a head coach. But that doesn't guarantee that they're going to be better than what Zach Taylor is. That's all I'm saying. I could name a whole bunch of a list of guys that should be given shots at head coaches. That doesn't mean they're going to be better than Zach Taylor. I'm not saying we shouldn't fire Zach Taylor. I'm just saying I don't think that's the fix. That's going to fix everything that we fired him. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
All right, Titus. It's a lot of head coaches going to be out there next year, especially on the Steelers, because they want 10-0 over right now. It's going to be a lot of head coaches coming out next year, not just Eric Bieniemy. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, there's some that we don't even know about now that'll be out there.
Said, there are going to be lots of guys that are potential head coaches. All our viewers and me cannot sit there and say they are definitely come in and they're going to be better than what Zach Taylor is doing. That's my point. Right. Just because they're good, hot assistant coaches, that's what Zach Taylor was, doesn't mean they're going to come in and do better. They might, but they might not. So,
right.
Yeah, it could be, and the funny thing, it could be an age thing with Taylor too. He's younger, and I don't know if some of our veterans, from just all the reports that you just push aside, you don't listen to them, but they still come out and somebody's saying something. These guys don't just write down stuff for nothing.
Right.
But it just kind of caught me off guard today watching the game when they were talking about Colt McCoy playing with the Colts while Zach Taylor was playing.
He's playing at Texas.
Colts, Texas Longhorns.
Right.
And Zach Taylor was playing at the same time. And I'm thinking, and this is our head coach, and we're out there trying to sack another guy that's playing.
So he's a young.
I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't think we get rid of him this year. There's no need to. We got, 4 games left now?
I think so.
So why not? If you're going to start fresh at the end of the season, and don't put this on the guys to try to learn a new system with freaking 4 games and no Burrow and no Mixon. And
like I said, I'm good with firing Armadillo and go get Matt Patricia. He is available right now. He got fired yesterday.
He'd be a good defensive coordinator.
Yeah. For New England, I'd say go get him.
Now, if you all want to go out and look for a coach, won't you guys go out and look for a coach for an offensive line or a defensive coordinator? We could use those two really bad.
Yeah. All right, Dennis is back. Hey, boys, how about if the Bengals can get Lane Kiffin if he's any good? What do you think? No. Sorry, Dennis. Lane Kiffin has been a disaster whenever he's been a head coach anywhere. So
after USC, when he come to the SEC and he played around with Tennessee, and he played around with Alabama, and then now he's playing around with Ole Miss. Ole Miss is playing pretty good offense this year, but have you seen their defense?
Yeah.
But other than that, the guy will literally leave you. He'll leave you in the middle of the night too.
Yeah.
He has no
loyalty. Yeah.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
And
there's no way he'd come to the Bengals. If he wants to come to the NFL, he wants to come to some, like the Raiders or,
And it would never happen because he thinks he's better than what he really is.
Right. All right, Danny. If they lose out, you have no choice but to fire Taylor, because if they don't, no one will be at the games next year if allowed.
I disagree.
I don't totally disagree. I don't know. Yeah. I'll put it this way: it could change if you get the offensive line and you get that fixed. If you get that fixed, if it goes out the way I hope it does, trust me, everybody will get excited again. Yeah, everybody will be pissed off at first, but regardless, if he shows up and they start winning, it doesn't matter what the hell he did the last 2 years. Everybody forget all about it. So, but as far as getting season tickets going, yeah, it might be hard, but I don't know. We'll see.
I agree with that comment, and Mike, and I'll let you say your thing, but I do kind of agree with that comment because I do believe that's how Bengal fans are.
Yeah.
I believe it should be more on if Burrow is coming back for sure for the first game next year.
Yeah.
That stadium should be packed no matter
right.
who our head coach is.
That's actually even better point. If Burrow is not there at the beginning of the year, it ain't gonna be sold out. I guarantee that's a very good point. That's more important than the coach or anybody else as far as selling tickets.
Yeah.
If Burrow's not there day one and they don't know if he's not coming back, if it is a year and he's not coming back till November,
I don't care if we get Bieniemy,
right,
and everyone's excited, and we have a great draft.
Yeah,
we pick up some big boy free agents on the defensive line that are just monsters coming after the quarterback. We got a second year linebacking core that's just going to learn that much more. We got a backfield that's going to be no fly zone with Willie J3, Bates, Trey Waynes, as long as these guys can stay healthy.
Right.
And if there's no Burrow, don't matter.
Right, exactly. All right, Natural. Jeff, I've been watching you since spring, and I've enjoyed your content. Thank you, Natural. Well, I got to give it to my boys here, too. They've been on the show a lot here during football season, so it's not just me. But I appreciate it. Let's see, Crown. The Bengals need a new defensive coordinator, not new head coach. Yep. I definitely agree with that.
I agree with that, too.
Yeah, I just because they did what Lou wanted, and it still hasn't really gotten any better. All right. Mike, isn't Joe Burrow's offensive coordinator the offensive coordinator in Carolina? How about getting Herm Edwards out of ASU? No, I really like Herm Edwards a lot as a person and as a analyst, but as a head coach, he hasn't done a whole lot, and he hasn't really done a whole lot in college. If I had a son, I do have a son, but if my son played college football, I would have no problem sending it to Herm Edwards. I think he's a great guy. I think he's a great developer of young men. But as far as a winning head coach or winning NFL coach, not so much.
About Herm, too, he's never really had a team with a whole ton of talent.
Right.
And that's partly the head
coach. That Kansas City team right after the crying coach retired, and he had Trent Green as quarterback.
Oh, well.
So that one is actually pretty talented. The Jets, not so much, but Kansas City was, and they kind of went downhill.
Yeah, and when he went to the Jets, there was just nothing there. But
Jets didn't have anything.
Herm Edwards wouldn't be in my top probably 5.
Yeah, now, as far as a next head coach, no.
Yeah.
I would like to bring up, too, about Zach Taylor. One thing a lot of people that, probably haven't noticed, but us admins and everything, that Zach Taylor does put his foot down. He does get after these players. And if he sees one screw up or two screw ups out of this team, he will bench them. He don't have to say nothing. All he has to do is bench them.
He's done it a lot this year.
So please give Zach Taylor a chance.
Yeah, he's not a big screamer or howler, but he'll yank you out of the game in a heartbeat if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. All right, David. I like to see the Bengals get Nick Saban as the coach. Dude, we ain't getting him out of Alabama. He's getting down there and he makes a lot of damn money. Yes, Jeremy.
it ain't just the money. He's got streets named after him. He's got libraries named after him. He's got kids named after him. I mean,
After him.
he ain't leaving Alabama. And to be honest with you, if he did,
He's dumb.
do you guys remember though when he slid away from LSU and went to the Dolphins?
Yeah, see that's what I'm saying. College coaches don't always work in the NFL. Nick Saban is like awesome, and I can't stand him, but he's an awesome college coach, an awesome college recruiter. Which again, he gets all the best players. So again, to my point, you get the best players. You seem like a really good coach. Not that he's a bad coach, but that's what I keep saying.
It'd be like us saying, "Hey, call Ryan Day and ask him if he'll come coach the Bengals."
Right.
Because he gets the best players every year, like Saban does, and
But
I mean, does that mean he's going to do good with us? No.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be a good coach, even if you have really good players. You still have to be a good coach. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
These great coaches have great players, and it's the way it is in the NFL too. Is it? All right, let's see here. Team sheesh, I guess that's what you call it. Can't keep switching coaches. Look at the Browns. That's all they did. Yeah, that's what we said. That's what Mike brought that up. Didn't you bring that up, Mike?
Yeah.
Until they hit on one.
Yeah, they hit on one, but they also kept fine. Well, the thing is with them is last year getting whoever their coach is, Cook or whatever the hell his name was, that was dumb. that was just a dumb hire from the get go. I mean, hell, they're playing better with Greg Williams as their head coach, but they finally got their head coach now. They're playing pretty good. So
right.
So like I said, just because you have great players doesn't mean you're going to do good, but it's a lot better chance. So that's where I'm saying Zach at least needs to have a shot of having good players. Then you can really, comment on them or make a judgment.
Also, I want to throw out there just real quick too that if I know a lot of people probably forget about this sometimes, even I forget about it sometimes, but when the Bengals play on Sundays and people are blaming the play calling on the coaches, play calling is not always on the coach. Sometimes it's the quarterback that makes that kind of call too. So you actually got the head coach making the call or the offensive coordinator, whoever. Sometimes it's the quarterback quarterback that makes that own decision too. So it's not just the coaching.
Well, a quarterback, he just gets the audible out of the next play. They give him 2 plays.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't call plays. He can audible out of one if he wants to. But yeah. So, all right, let's see here. Did they say Nick Saban? Did he used to coach the Miami Dolphins? He was trashed. I want him for no head coach, not for the NFL. I agree with it, Titus. I agree with you. What about the Pittsburgh Steelers old coach? He will straighten us out. Oh, you mean Cowher?
He'd never come here.
Cowher's making too much money at TV, and
he'd never come to Cincinnati anyway.
Yeah, and I'd have a hard time. I can't stand that guy. I'd have a real hard time him being the Bengals head coach.
Personally, I want to win.
Yeah,
right.
So I want to win too.
I would. I wouldn't care.
Put it this way. Like I said, if we win, we'll all get over it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've hated his guts for 20 years, 15 years he coached. I hated his freaking guts, and I still don't like him because he still bashes the Bengals on NFL Today every Sunday.
Chance he gets. Yeah,
that's what makes me think if he does come out of retirement, he would never come to Cincinnati.
He's not going to come here.
He was talking about the terrible towel last week and TJ Houshmandzadeh. So you know what? Yeah, that's out there. But
I watch NFL Game Day. I really can't stand watching Fox or CBS or anything. I watch Game Day on the NFL Network for my pregame stuff because I can't stand Bill Cowher and then Fox. Today the game was on there, but most of the time they don't talk about the Bengals. So I watch it. I watch Game Day. I like them. Michael Irvin cracks me up. and Mooch. I like those guys.
Yeah.
So
then Coward started that daggone chant in the locker room when they beat the Steelers that one day. Who day, we day. I'm like, no, we don't need him here.
Yeah, there you go. Damn, Jeff, Strawberry Ice, you had it, but you fumbled the ball at the end. Oh my, yeah, yeah, my bad. Yeah, he's Chris Bengal was saying I was going to be the coach or the quarterback on yesterday's show. Yeah, my bad. I fumbled it. Remember that, Jeremy?
What was that now?
He kept saying I was going to be the quarterback for tomorrow or for today.
Oh yeah. Yep. I had to fumble that last play.
Oh, I was going nuts that last play. I'm like, no. Oh,
yeah.
Anyway. All right, boys. I want to end this thing. We invite you guys who's all watching. If you haven't subscribe to the YouTube channel Sports with Strawberry Ice and join Bengals Nation. We can all discuss our Bengals frustrations there. Other than that, we will see you guys tomorrow live at 5:30 on the YouTube channel Sports with Strawberry Ice. Jeremy, well, roll us on out of here.
Yes, I will. And like I said, as always, guys, let's stick together. We're Bengal fans, and right now we're looking at number 3. And what we're going to talk about tomorrow, a little bit of Colin Cowhead, a little bit of what he said. I don't know about the video, but we'll have
I'll try to get the video up. We'll see.
Okay. May have that. And after you listen to it, it's kind of funny how quick he switched from the Bengals maybe shouldn't have took Burrow to now Burrow's the life-saving force of the universe for Cincinnati.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
But anyway, exactly. Yep. So, as always, you guys, remember one thing. You don't live in Cleveland. You live in Cincinnati. Let's act like it. Hoo day. Let's go Bengals.
Hoo day.
Hoo day. And that's just sports, baby. See ya!